soon there will be celebrations in the Netherlands regarding Queen Beatrix. How important are these to the Dutch people?
Queen Beatrix is a symbol. The monarchy as such is a symbol of the unity of the country. And I think 70–80% appreciate the monarchy for that. It is a democratic monarchy, so the power is in hands of the government, of the parliament and the other authorities elected. But the Queen is the symbol of the state, and every monarch implements that role in his or her particular way. And Queen Beatrix has done that in a way that the people appreciate very much.
Isn't monarchy regarded as anachronistic in the Netherlands?
There are some people that say that. There is a Republican group. There are some members of parliament that are openly Republican. But some of them say that even if we would be a republic and there would be elections of a president, that many would vote for Queen Beatrix to become the new president. So that tells something about the appreciation for her as a head of state. And if we see that the large majority of the country, of the people, still appreciate the monarchy in its modern form. It is not a king or queen like in the Middle Ages. It's a very different, evolved democracy, monarchy. But that gives stability. The fact that you have a head of state who is above the parties, who consoles the nation if there are bad times, and congratulate sporters and scientists and people that have done something special in culture, that is also very much appreciated. We've had 3 queens in sequence: Wilhelmina, Juliana, and now Beatrix. And we will have a king, Willem-Alexander. And that is also a special new thing. We have lost the use of the word Koningsdag, the King's Day. Everybody's get acquainted to that word from the 19th century. We only know the word Queen's Day, which is the national day since 1890. The king is also a very new person. I read 2 days ago that they asked him, how do you want to be called? And we know the present queen prefers to be called Majesty. Her mother, who wanted to be a mother for the nation, wanted to be called Madam. And the future king was asked, how do you want to be called? Sir, Majesty. And he said, I don't really care. I leave it to the people. I leave it to the people to address me as they think fit, which is something very new. He's a man of water science, which is, water of course is an element of our existence. We fight against the water, we live of the water, we organize the transport and the agriculture with water. And he has specialized in that subject. He has been active internationally in the United Nations, in management, in nature, with that element of water. And also special is that he's married to an Argentinian queen, which is for my wife a source of pride. She's from Colombia, and the new queen will be from Argentina, which is also a special thing. People are looking forward. They will be sad that Queen Beatrix leaves the throne, but they'll also be thrilled to see how the new king will perform with his wife, his family, and his new approach to modern life.
In the 21st century, can we separate classic diplomacy from economic diplomacy?
No, no. I think that the tasks of embassies are changing rapidly, and promoting economic and commercial interests is very much part of the modern work that embassies have to do. It's part of how we live. Nations live of economics, nations live of getting access to markets, and embassies are there to help enterprise to find new markets, to open doors of officials, and to help them if they get into trouble with justice or with authorities, with application of laws. It also applies to the work of the European Union. Romania and the Netherlands are part of the European Union, which is a union of many rules. And you have to report to your capital about how the country where you are stationed is applying the rules, or how the rules could be applied in a better way so that the country can evolve better, or that your enterprise can play a more relevant role in that development. All that is economic diplomacy, and it's part of my job, a big part of my job.
Can we simplify this job as being solely fundraising in a way? I mean, it's only about making money for your country. Not necessarily you as an ambassador of the Netherlands, but ambassadors in general.
It's making money for all of us. If Romania grows rapidly, it's good for all of us. So that's an interest. Romania has to develop, can develop, has a huge potential still to catch up with Western Europe. And to do that in the best way is in our own interest. So I don't see a distinction between Holland making money, Romania making money. We are in a market together, we are linked, we hardly have any frontiers anymore. We live in the same market.
During a conference recently, you mentioned large areas of soil in Romania being unused, but the Romanian farmers lack financial funds to make use of this soil. How can cooperation be made between Romanian and Dutch farmers in order to make use of this soil unused?
The amount of soil unused at this moment, we estimate, is about 20 to 25% of the Romanian agricultural area. That is a huge amount of land. It can be developed in various ways, and we need various instruments to develop it. Market economy and farmers have evolved over the centuries by working together there where they can. You compete as farmers, but you only compete there where it's beneficial to compete. In many instances you have to work together. For example, to get modern equipment, which is expensive and you don't need to use all the time. So if you take a machine with a few farmers, you can efficiently use that machine and lower the costs of the machine. So you'll all benefit. And to do that you can set up some sort of a cooperation. You can call it an association, you can set up a small enterprise with the shareholders being the farmers. You get the bank that will readily advise you as a group of farmers, because they will lend the money to such an extent that the farmers will pay the bank back. It's in their own interest. So they'll work with that. The Ministry of Agriculture, the local authorities, they should be involved, and they can be involved if they know the interest of such development. The market is Europe, it's not Romania. The market is Europe. And Romania, for the potential that it has an enormous capability to develop products that we need in other countries. And since the Dutch are traders and agriculture people, they know in many instances where the market is, what the requirements of the market are, and how to get the products from A to B.
If we look at the Dutch economy, what do you see its weak and strong points?
We have a few weak points where Romania is strong. The workforce, I would say. We have a need of well-educated people, especially with good education in technology and in abstract skills. We need them because the new agriculture, the new economy is based on high skills. As we described the agriculture changing, that is also the case with many other trades. So we need well-educated people, and they are expensive for the fact that they are in shortage in the Netherlands. Another comparative weakness, I would say, is that the country is relatively expensive, not only in workforce but also in general. So if something is settling in the Netherlands, any economic activity, it needs to benefit from the strength of the country, because it will always be relatively expensive. And the strength is what we try to bring forward to attract enterprise to settle in the Netherlands. It's important not to discriminate between foreign and national enterprise. It is also for Romania very important that it should look outside, especially for private enterprise.
Some of the weak points of Romania are contained in the CVM reports, and these are recurring weak points which are not really solved during the years. Why do you think this is happening? I mean, cannot Romania recognize its own interest of improving those aspects?
It's a crucial point. In fact, the analysis of where Romania has to improve has been made in 2007 by the European Union, including Romania. We all made that analysis. And it indicates that on a couple of points Romania has to improve. Not because Brussels asks it, but because Romania becomes more attractive for private business, becomes more attractive for all citizens. And on those points, it is indeed important that Romania tries to catch up as soon as possible. And it's something I stress. And I don't stress it only because of Schengen, I especially stress it because private business and all citizens, all of us, we feel more happy if a country has the laws in place that it needs to function, if the justice is efficient and unbiased, and if the corruption is taken on by the authorities and fought against as much as possible.